Coach-Topher.
What's going on, everybody? Coach-Topher here. Hey guys, I know you're used to seeing me trolling and I don't do many commentaries, but I'm going to start doing a series called Pick to Click. And I've spent some years in Hollywood, done some pretty cool things, but the best part about it was meeting some of the most amazingly talented and cool people. And I'm going to have these people on from time to time to share their fun stories and give you a little insight into the entertainment business, and also to help promote their projects. And it'll only be things that I believe in and people I believe in. Now, the first person I'm going to do this with is a good friend of mine, a very good friend of mine. His name is Justin Lee. Justin was on Arrested Development, one of my favorite shows of all time, which I'd watched before I met him. So I met him, it was like, oh, cool, man. But it's just like, he's just the coolest dude ever. But you've also seen him in things like 10 Things I Hate About You, and another one of my favorite shows, Shameless, among many other things that Justin has done. But I'll tell you what, for once, I'm going to shut my mouth and say hello to my good friend, Justin Lee. What's going on, Justin?
Man, how's it going, Chris? That was quite the introduction. Thank you.
Well,
I definitely appreciate the compliments.
Well, buddy, you deserve them, man. Like I said, it's really weird having you be one of my favorite characters on this show, and then the way we ended up meeting and coming about. Do you want to tell everybody how we met?
Well, man, I'd consider us pretty good friends now, you know? And, well, we met on production, met on set, you know, working on sets together. You producing, me running around. You know,
oh, no. You shouldn't have been running around. You came up there and you saved my ass, dude. I would not have made it for you. I was about to go into a fetal position. So.
But you know what? You know what, though? You're one of the most honest, and honestly, you're a man of integrity. You really are. And I'm always about building relationships with like-minded, good-hearted people. And you're one of those people, you know. And look at everything you're doing, man. People are calling you coach.
It's weird, isn't it? But it's so much fun, though. It's people who kind of get that whole sense of humor. And, you know, speaking of sense of humor, but we'll get into it more here in a second. But can you just tell us quickly about your current project, and we'll get more into it here in a few?
Absolutely. Well, I'm starring in a new original web series. It's a Stephen G. Lowe original series. It's titled One Warm Night, produced by The Actors Room in association with Last Chance Productions. And one of the stars, besides myself, is also Sean Michael Afable. He's been in tons of films, tons of television, Disney, Nickelodeon. I mean, he's done some of his films. Hard Flip just premiered, To Save a Life, Scorpion King. He's done a ton. Jared Hernandez is also another star in the cast. He's hosted Disney 365 with Selena Gomez. You guys all know who Selena Gomez is. And yeah, so I mean, it's just it's really an amazing production. I mean, to give you a quick synopsis, it's about this beautiful girl named Julie. She's brings all of her ex-boyfriends into this house, and they're all a bunch of little oddballs and misfits, you know, myself included. And, we all think that we're there to rekindle our love with her. We think she's going to pick one of us, basically. And little do we know that she has us there for definitely a different reason. And as things start to twist and turn, there's a ninja appears, the FBI or the CIA. I mean, I don't even know. You know, it turns into a game of cat and mouse, as basically a plot to murder them all arises. And so I can't give out anything more because I don't want the writers or producers to kill me. But it is a near murder mystery, dark comedy, and it's a ton of fun. We actually just locked distribution with Blip. Blip is the leading distribution network for web series, and we're very happy because they project an estimated 500 million views per month. And actually,
wow.
Bigger news, our premiere, our worldwide series premiere, is August 15th, 2012. That's in just a few weeks. It's on a Wednesday. We'll be premiering it to the world. Our premiere event will be live streamed, so everyone will be able to enjoy it. You guys should all check it out, onewarmnight.com. 1-minute teasers there as well. We've got tons of accolades, and it's just been an amazing experience. And honestly, if you were with us, Chris, you would be right there working with us. But you know, we got sequels lined up. We got sequels, and you know, we're gonna work together again. I know it.
I know, man. And guys, Justin, thanks a lot, and I'm just so proud of you. And guys, when we were out in LA, I actually was getting ready to leave LA for a little while, and Justin and I were talking about doing this, and just I know how long that it's been, and until you've made something like this, a movie, a short, or something, and you've produced it and you've been in it, it's so hard to try and describe what that's like to people, you know, isn't it? It's brutal. You can read all the books you want, but until you get into it and get bitch slapped around, it's like, whoa, dude. And
well, yeah, you don't sleep, you know, it's
No.
just something you deal with. You don't sleep.
God.
And you know, what I've learned really is, especially working under my mentor, Stephen G. Lowe, who's the owner and basically the creator of all this. He owns the Actors Room as well, world-renowned school. He really did this as a favor to help his actors get some face time, you know. And one thing led to another. And he's a film production company, so he only knows how to produce film and television, how to do one thing. So we treated it like a film, and next thing you know, here we are, and you know, we're being projected by the people in the know that we're gonna be the biggest series hit the online market, and you know, it gets to be a lot of pressure, you know, and then you got to live up to that.
Yeah, and that is always tough. It's like, you know, doing something better than you've done before, that continuous improvement. And, you know, we've talked about it so many times. You do things the right way. You do them right the first time, and you try and make it a continual, just improve your quality of the product you're putting out every single time. And you know, there are a lot of people who are watching and listening to this right now that are starting their own YouTube channels, and to hear those kind of numbers in relative terms to what we do on our stuff with this Call of Duty community or video game community, it's absolutely just staggering. But Justin, I want to save some of the stuff we're going to talk about, because, dude, I'm sure once we get done with this call, you and I will continue to talk. But I tweeted out the last second because, you know, unless it's something like a production, I'm waiting till the last second, and I'm not the biggest Twitter guy. But I tweeted out real quick and asked if anybody had any questions, because you do understand that a lot of people view you in a cultural, iconic light, because that show was one of the most amazing shows, and I'm talking about Arrested Development, to ever come on, guys. The run got cut short, but Justin was able to work with the likes of Ron Howard. I mean, you were able to work with Jason Bateman, Will Arnett, I mean, Porta de Ross. I mean, the list goes on and on. And one person, and it's Larry Jungle, he asked, and I'm going to kind of paraphrase this, but how did you get the role as Annyong, and how did you feel about playing that character?
Well, let me first start off by just saying that working with Ron Howard and all the cast members and the whole crew, it was seriously a blessing. And all of them, they're amazing people, amazing talent, very professional. They're always on it, and every day was seriously an amazing learning experience. And I just feel very blessed and fortunate. So
yeah.
Back to the question, though, how did I get that? Well, I was, let's see, how old was I? I was 14 years old.
Wow.
Probably looking about 10 years old. You know?
Yeah, you looked really young, dude. It makes me laugh when I see it now, man.
I was tiny, man. I was really tiny, and I went in for the audition, and went in. I believe it was at the Fox lot. And went in. The next thing you know, I had a call back that same day, and then I had another call back with the producers and the writers, and that was over at I believe that was over at Culver Studios. And the role was originally supposed to be for an 18-year-old.
Oh wow! And I didn't know that.
You find that out, and that's why I'm actually 18 in the show. But they thought it'd be a little more comedic that way. You know? But so the show was originally they wanted Annyong to be an 18-year-old. But you know, I went in there, and by the grace of God, I got lucky, you know, and then did my thing, and they decided to pick me to be Annyong. So it was really like the first big job I got. So I was very thrilled, really happy. And to answer the other question, filling in the roles for Annyong, you know, I didn't really understand the whole politics of Hollywood. I was so young. All I knew was that I wanted to be an actor since I was 4. And this was my passion. This is what I love. And this is everything. This means everything to me. So I just wanted to go in there and do my thing, do what I love, and that was just act. And boy, did I did not know how big this was at the time. I didn't. I was just young, you know. I was just excited to get jobs, get work. And man, it was just like every day it was just jumping out at me how big this was, what an opportunity this was. And then Emmys come along and all that, and then literally at the end of the first season, I literally realized, oh my gosh, I'm literally in the middle of history in the making.
And you
Wow,
really
thank you,
are.
God.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, hello, but you know what, man, dude, you did such a good job on it. And guys, I'm gonna go ahead and put a link to I think it's like your first 7 or 8 scenes of Arrested Development. It's up on Vimeo. And guys, real quick, funny story. Just as a present to my buddy, dude, I went through and IMDb the episodes he was in, and I cut them all up for him and put all of Justin's Annyong scenes into 2 videos. And he was out doing something, and I'll check him when I get home, Chris. And I'm like, cool. And like within 5 minutes, Fox had those things taken down. So I'm gonna throw a link in there to this Vimeo link with some of Justin's early Arrested Development scenes, and of course, there's also going to be a link to One Warm Night, and we're going to talk a lot more about that here over the next coming weeks and as this progresses into this web series. And Justin, there's one other thing I wanted to talk to you about real quick. Guys, seriously, my dad is like the biggest Arrested Development fan, and last year Justin called and wished him happy birthday, and in Justin and my entire friendship, I've never asked him to say the magic words Annyong for me, but he did it for my dad, and this year he sent him a video where he just peeks up and all of a sudden he's like, Annyong! and gives my dad...
never do that for anybody.
No, and I never would ask him to do it for me personally. I never have I? Never. No, but I wanted to let you know that I was just kind of looking for a few pictures to throw in this video of you, and so I Googled it. And do you know that there's actually an Urban Dictionary entry for Annyong?
Is there?
Yes.
What does it say?
It's under thesaurus, but it says...
Thesaurus.
It's under thesaurus, and I'll post this up right here, and it says Annyong, the little Korean boy on Arrested Development who says Annyong all the time, which actually means, before I go ahead, people can read this on here, but why don't you tell everyone what Annyong means? And you actually told me something, and my dad, that I didn't know about Annyong.
Alright, so Annyong basically is the informal way to say hello. So 안녕하세요 is the formal way to say it, and Annyong is like how you would say it to a friend. But the other thing is, Annyong is very similar to aloha. It can be used both to say hello, and you could also use it to say goodbye. So I mean, it's however you want to take it, you know. I could have been saying goodbye to them the whole time.
Exactly.
You know what? We should go back and look at it and see what it would be like if you replaced it with goodbye instead.
You know what? Okay, I will do that. You know, YouTube will take it down, but I'll do that and I will send that to you, dude.
They did take that down within 5 minutes.
I know.
Within 5 minutes.
I was shocked. You called me like, dude, it's gone. I'm like, what? I just put it up. But
honestly, that was one of the nicest and most thoughtful presents that I've gotten for my birthday, and it was quite a nice surprise, I must say. It's been very beneficial. It's been really useful to have that, and so I appreciate it, Chris.
Well, dude, it's no problem. And, you know, I mean, a lot of people on YouTube are like, oh, is this guy trying to be this or that? But, you know, the reason that Justin and I are such good friends is he's such a good guy, and he does things the right way, and he hustles, and he works, and that's typical of so many people in Hollywood who are just really trying to make it. But Justin's got all the tools, and I just like to help my friends out, buddy. And I guess the last thing I want to say real quick on the whole Annyong thing is that if you don't know, in the show, Justin's name is Annyong, like we talked about, but he says, you know, they think that he's saying his name. These people are so self-involved, and that's one of the things that makes the show awesome. But Justin, I just want to thank you for doing this, and thanks for being a good friend, and, you know, when through all the tough times and coming up to that mountain and saving my ass on that movie and running set, and it's just, you know, thanks for your friendship and thanks for everything. And is there anything else you'd like to say? And also let's make sure we give out the One Warm Night contact info again as well too, and it'll be in the description.
Absolutely. First and foremost, thank you, Chris. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate all the kind words, you know, especially from someone that I respect tremendously.
Thanks,
and
buddy.
Fans, if you know the coach, you know he's not one to give out that many compliments, man. I'll take it when I can get it.
I'm picky. I like good shit, man.
Thank you. But quick thing about One Warm Night. One of the actors on there, Anthony Kongpan, the ninja. He plays a ninja. he was ranked #1 in World of Warcraft. So for you gamers out there, you should definitely check him out streaming live. This guy is hilarious, man. He like barks orders at people. You guys should do something together, man. You guys remind me a lot of each other. But he's an awesome character. And you can check out One Warm Night. Check out the 1 minute official teaser compilation at onewarmnight.com. Follow us on Twitter, One Warm Night. Like us on Facebook. I mean, you can meet the cast on the website. We've got our premiere coming up August 15th. So really excited. And real quick, want to thank the Actors Room. Want to thank Stephen G. Lowe. Want to thank Last Chance Productions. And I really want to thank all the cast and crew that were a part of it. These are truly amazing people. Absolutely. Chris, you would love them. They're absolutely amazing people, very talented, and they all seriously deserve a voice in Hollywood. And you know, they're what's good in Hollywood. They're not the sleaze, you know, they're that 5%.
But dude, and so are you, and like we talked about, we just feel like we do things the right way. And Justin, it breaks my heart that I'm not going to be able to be there for your big night, buddy. And I will be watching, and everyone else, we'll put all the links in the description. And another thing, go follow this dude on Twitter, dude. What do you got, like 50 followers and stuff? This dude should have way more. He's a great guy, but he's freaking Annyong, dude. Okay, you got to do it for him one time, man.
All right, you can follow me at Justin Lee Actor, because I'm about to just say Annyong.
Annyong. Later,
part.
Everybody. Annyong.
not the hello. But yeah, you know, I'm not so big on the social media. Just started that recently. It's a huge importance. So I literally just got started on the whole social media thing. I'm a disgrace of an Asian. I'm terrible with technology. I'm not kidding. I am absolutely terrible with technology, and I'm trying so hard not to curse right now.
You can cuss. You can cuss on
this. I am absolutely terrible. So I'm trying to figure out all this social media now, and I'm staying connected, man.
Well, dude, you know I hate Facebook, and I just learned Twitter, and I'm still learning all the rules. But hey, everyone, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Thanks again to my boy Justin Lee and One Warm Night. We're gonna keep you guys updated on all that good shit. So, Justin, thank you so much, brother, and to everyone else, Annyong. Bye, guys. Later. Cracking skulls, bitch!